Okay, today I am starting a series on different snakes that you might find in your house or in your yard. So I'm doing this because I think that too many people are just killing snakes outright for no reason. The reason is they don't understand the snake, they don't know the snake, they can't identify the snake, and they think that better to kill it now so that it doesn't bite a member of my family later. Which is what I would do if I was ignorant about snakes. I had no idea which could harm me, which could not, which had venom, which did not. What are their behavior possibilities? You know, what are they capable of? If you don't know any of that, you're probably just going to kill the snake because you think, get rid of it now so I don't have to deal with it later. Somebody gets bitten and then we have to go to the hospital and do all that. Most of the snakes that come into your house are going to be harmless. And I'm even including the python in that. They're basically harmless. They have teeth, they can bite, but you know, every animal can bite. So they have no venom though. And most of the snakes, even if they have venom, they have slight venom. This is one of those snakes. It's just a simple oriental vine snake or oriental whip snake. This is a snake that you may find in your yard much more than you would find in your house. So they love trees, they love bushes. You'll even find them on the concrete, on the road sometimes. They'll be at an angle like this on the road, like here's the road surface. They'll be up off the road and like looking like this. And they'll be looking for lizards and geckos and skinks and all of that, small animals. If you find one in your house, chances are it smelled geckos and came in to look around to see if it could find a gecko to eat. These are active by day and not by night at all. So this is a snake that you will see in daytime. I want you to be able to start to learn about snakes because this snake is so easy to identify. First of all, it's long. It's a meter plus. If you have a meter plus green snake that's very thin, it's a tree snake, you know, without a doubt. A tree snake can't hurt you. It can't hurt your large pets like dogs or cats. It can't hurt your children. Though it has a little bit of venom, the venom is only strong enough to knock out geckos. It can't hurt you or your family. It cannot hurt your dog or cat. It's just the venom is too weak. The snake is too weak too. A dog or a cat would destroy this snake quickly. So anyway, I'll show it to you and I'll try to point out the things that identify the snake because that way you can identify it and not hit it with a stick or something to kill it because there's just no reason. This is a good example because this one has a lot of brown on the tail, which is just like a pit viper, right? Pit vipers can be dangerous. Look at that tail, how brown on the top. He's pulling away. But a lot of them don't have that bright brown. That's bright brown on the top. That's interesting. That's a good snake to show you. Here's the body, thin, right? Here's my small finger. It's as big as here's my ring finger. So it's about as thick as my ring finger. These snakes are super long. Look at this tail, how long it is and how thin. It goes down to almost a needle point at the end. Super small, right? So the top is green, a lighter green on the side, and this one has a white lateral stripe at the bottom on each side. And they don't all have that so strongly. The real characteristic of this snake that makes it easy to identify is the long head. Look how long that head is. He may give me a strike. I'm just hiding my eyes so I don't get it in the eyeballs. But this snake has a very long face. It's the only snake in Thailand with an angled head like that. It goes down to a point. And then look how his, I don't know if you can see, but his tongue is sticking out. That's also characteristic of this snake. It's the only snake that does this as far as I know in Thailand. It will hold that tongue out as long as it's fearful and it's aggravated, and which isn't so good for the species, right? They lose that tongue, and then what happens? You know, the tongue is used for everything, to smell the area and to find prey. So I'm putting him low here. So hopefully he doesn't strike up and get my eyeballs. But you can see that, look how beautiful the side is. First of all, the checkered pattern on the side is just amazing, right? The snake moves very slow. I want to tell you what the snake is capable of. So you see him coiled in a double S striking pattern. This is characteristic, and this is what they always do that. He is just about ready to let it loose. And he doesn't really want to strike. They're not big strikers. He hasn't struck me yet, and I just did a video prior to this. But when he does, he isn't capable of striking more than about 70 centimeters. Certainly not anything near a meter. And this one is over a meter long, probably about 1.2. But I want you to know that it just can't, if you see a snake like this on your floor, it can't come across and grab you 2-3 meters away. It's not going to do that. It's out of snake behavior. It's not characteristic at all. This snake especially is deathly afraid of people. See, he's coiled already, and I didn't even do anything with him, didn't do anything to harm him. I haven't even squeezed his body at all. And he's still, you know, just so defensive. He's like, please don't hurt me. Because that's what people do, right? So I want you to know that an exceptionally long snake like this, over a meter, that's only this thin as my finger, is not going to hurt you. It's not a pit viper. There's no pit viper like that, shaped like that. And these snakes get, the books will tell you 1.3 meters, I think, 1.4, I think I saw a book say. Here in Krabi, they go 2 meters. So I don't know where they're getting their data, but we have them 2 meters easy here. So they can get that big. Anytime you have a long snake over a meter, there's only one pit viper that's possible. It's Sumatrana. It's in the deep south, if we even have it in Thailand. And so you can be real sure that if it's over a meter, it's not going to hurt you. I'll let him go this way. Maybe he's going to go to the counter there. Yeah, he's on the counter. So what I would do with this snake is they're climbers. They're not going to go into a little bag that you hold and try to entrap him. Like I have a trap now, but he just wants to climb something, right? He's climbing around my coffee and toaster. But what I would do is I would just open the windows wherever he came in, and I would scoot him towards the window with a small broom, small soft broom, you know? And that will eventually get him to leave, and he'll be so happy to get out alive. So that's it. He's double coiled now. He could reach me with a 70 centimeter strike right now. He doesn't want to, but he might when I try to put him back in the bag. Yeah, maybe I'll get a better shot of that. So I'll put some better photos and close-ups so you can see the head and the body. You can identify the snake. Look how long the tail is. It's super long. The tail alone is it's at least 50 centimeters, I think longer. Yeah, so it's about 1.2 meters, I would guess. Also, the way that you act around the snake will also dictate how the snake reacts to you. So if you're very nervous and like moving towards him with your hand, he's going to strike right away. Anything moving towards the face is going to elicit a strike. I don't want to show you because I don't want to tease him, but trust me on that. Also, all snakes are very aware of people's eyes. So if your eyes are looking right at it, it knows you're looking right at it, and it's even more fearful. So when you cover your eyes, like I can cover my eyes with the bag as I go toward him, or else I just put the bag in front of me as I walk toward him, and it's much less stressful for the snake because he doesn't see your eyes. So the eyes are confrontational to the snake. They are a sign of danger because once it sees your eyes, here's a little story for you. Another tree snake, a bronzeback that we sometimes see on a guardrail along the highways and stuff. If you take off your helmet and you walk toward him slowly like this, with your eyes right on him, that snake will jump off before you even get close enough to grab him. However, if you cover your eyes like this and just look through the slots between your fingers, you can walk right up to it and get within a meter, and then you could grab it. Sometimes you'll be lucky enough to grab it. So the eyeballs are really important when dealing with snakes. Try not to show them whenever you handle them and whenever you first come upon them, because they're very aware, and it makes them more frightened. It makes them more likely to strike. This snake has rear fangs. The fangs are about 3 millimeters, 4 millimeters maybe, really small, capable of grabbing geckos and small lizards and things, and your finger or your arm. But and it can also open up this one can open up its mouth real wide, like at a 180-degree angle to grab you. I've been bitten like that by this one before. Okay, that's it. I hope you don't kill the snake when you see it. It's harmless for people. It's harmless for your kids. It's harmless for your dogs and cats. It's harmless for just about anything except small birds, geckos, lizards, small animals, right? Okay, hope that helps. Cheers. And then I'll let you see me get bitten. I'll splice this in if he grabs me. So I cover my eyes. I don't want him to see my eyes, and then I just move slowly with the bag. And I may be able to just grab him because maybe he doesn't think of it as dangerous until he feels me closing around him. This is how I prefer to grab snakes, to put them in the bag. It's just so much easier. I don't know if you can see that, but I have them almost entirely in the bag already with my hand, and then I just pull them in. So you could do like that with a pillowcase with this snake. So no bites, not super stressed out. Of course he is stressed out a bit, but I want to do these videos for people to help him. So I thought I'd stress this one out just for a little bit. Okay, that's it. I hope it helps. Please share it with your friends who have homes or apartments or anything really, because you can find these snakes and other tree snakes on your veranda, on your balcony, and they'll come looking for geckos and things. All right, cheers.